welcome to the Urban Action Showcase and Expo virtual experience, day 4. Touch your neighbor, say it's day 4, and I want some more.
Day
As I
four, I want
promised,
some more.
yes, sir, yes, sir. I'm your host and founder and executive producer, Demetrius Angelo. And I promised you we're taking you into the Dragon's Den with the first to hold the reins, the Black Dragon himself, Grandmaster Ron Van Clief. Thank you, sir, for joining us
Oh,
today.
Demetrius, thank you. Aloha, everybody.
Absolutely. We so appreciate you. We tell you these are broad shoulders that we are standing on, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to understand the fruit, you got to look at the root. And this is the root that had to
Oh,
fight through everything: racism, what I'm saying, brutality, hanging, near death, everything being spit on, so that you can have an opportunity today to do what you do and take it, and some of y'all take that for granted. And that's not what we do. So we want to make sure that you guys understand that these are the shoulders that you are standing on today to have the heroes that we have going forward today. And we're grateful for that, sir. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
wow. It makes me speechless.
Absolutely. So for all the folks, before I start get it into everything, for everybody who act like they don't know, they can ask me. You know the saying, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Well, you ask me and I'm about to show you. Here we go.
An attack is answered with a series of counterattacks until the attacker is defeated. It is here that the imagination, the power, and the flow of Yoshi Van Cleef's responses are evident, even to the untrained eye. To a martial artist, they are little short of amazing.
As far as the focusing with power. And I jujitsu is mind power equals physical. Well, like jujitsu. A martial art is 80% mental and 20% physical. You'll find that once you study for a while, all the physical variables become nothing. Because a person is just moving parts. A light head is just moving blind vacuum. A blind vacuum is just moving as a reform or a spool wheel or anything. All exactly the same. Once you become aware of the same reality.
All I can say is legacy.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know now. If you didn't know before, you know what I'm talking about now. So, sir, um, I'm gonna take just a little moment to reminisce about how you got started in the martial arts, and then how you got to Hong Kong, representing uh, the world. Representing us to the world in martial arts.
Wow. I started studying with Moses Powell at the St. John's Community Center, 1959, studying a style of martial arts called jujitsu. It's sanukas. Um, Moses was an amazing person. Besides phenomenal martial artist, but I was very fortunate because at the St. John's Community Center, Ronald Duncan was there teaching. George Cofield was there teaching. So it was quite a wonderful mix of different styles: ninjutsu, jujitsu, karate. George Cofield. It was the first time that I ever realized that we, people of color, had the same capacity to do the martial arts as the Asians did. Because all I had seen up until then were Asians and Orientals in movies doing kung fu and karate and whatever. It, when I was a kid, in my 13, 14 years old, my brother Pete and I, we used to get on the train, sneak on the train and go to Chinatown and watch the Chinese movies at the Sun Sing movie theater. Yeah, and the pagoda. Like the only two non-Asians sitting in the back, clapping and doing the moves with the movies. It was really amazing, you know. And Moses Powell introduced me to Grandmaster Peter Urban in the mid 1959, just before I went in the Marine Corps, and I got a chance to see Goju Karate, and that was just another area that I wanted to explore. So between Moses Powell, Ronald Duncan, Peter Urban, George Cofield, then Frank Ruiz, Harry Rosenstein, Duncan Leung, Leon Ting, Samuel Kwok, my journey has not stopped. You know, I competed for 55 years in over 900 tournaments. I'm still competing in jiu-jitsu. The last time I competed, I was 76 at the Hawaiian Open. I lost my second match, but it was beautiful. Demetrius, it was beautiful. The guy was 35 years old, 200 pounds, wonderful. You know, a technician. It was really beautiful, man. Beautiful. And I can't wait for the dojo to open again because we're sort of on a shutdown right now, and they're doing some repairs and things. So I'm like a junkie now. I'm looking for some jujitsu. I had an eye infection, so I wear goggles now when I spar and when I go to tournaments, but I can still go, you know, and I'm hoping to compete next month.
All right. Absolutely. So, how did you get to Hong Kong? How did that start?
You know, I was a stuntman with the East Coast Stuntmen's Association. I was one of the first African Americans in that organization, and I was hired to develop actors and their martial skills for sequences that I would choreograph for films and for television. It was a great experience. Harry Matson was my mentor. You know, they were the East Coast stunt crew. Peter Bukosi, all those guys. I know you know most of those guys, but that's where I got my start with the East Coast Stuntmen's Association. But in 1967, I joined the Negro Ensemble Company, and I got introduced to Douglas Turner Ward and Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee and Robert Hooks, Julius Julius Harris.
Hmm.
You know Julius Harris? He played Fred Williams' dad in Black Caesar.
Oh, okay.
Great actor, great stage actor. Um, you know, I never really wanted to be an actor, but I fell in love with the Negro Ensemble Company. I had a chance to do workshops and go to different uh, playwriting classes and things, and to see such great talent there. Ozzie Davis was amazing. I met, oh my gosh, father and son. Um,
Oh, Melvin Van Peebles and Mario Van Peebles?
I, Mr. Van Mario was a mentor to me. He was he was the one that introduced me to Sarah from Carolexis, and that's how I got to Hong Kong. That's
Ah,
a strange story. I was with Black Beauty Modeling Agency, you know, and Betty White was my agent. She called me one day and she says, I don't know if you want to do this, Ron, but I've got this guy that's looking for a black martial artist to go to Hong Kong to make 3 or 4 movies. I said, okay, I'll go audition. But the audition was amazing. It was down on 42nd Street, and it was 1,000 people there, like a movie line.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody did their thing. I mean, there was some great actors there too. There was some really fine actors there. And I never thought about it again. I met the producer, Sarah from Carol Lexus, who later on became my good friend and my son's godfather, and it was, I went to do a film. I was paid SAG at that time, which was like $500 a week. I think I worked like 8 or 9 weeks on the film. Sarah also hit me up with some money. It was a great experience for me because I didn't realize that we could actually bridge that gap. That we could actually go there and assimilate the forms and techniques. Leon Ting was so helpful to me in Hong Kong. He got me into a couple of martial arts federations and groups, and really wonderful guys. I met the Monkey King. I met a lot of Jackie Chan. I met a lot of these people when they were stunt people, and they were not stars yet. I met Bruce Lee at Ed Parker's tournament in Long Beach, California, in the '60s, and Steve Muhammad beat me. And then I didn't really get a chance to talk much with Bruce then, but then I fought at the All American in New York, I think '67 or '68, and I lost to Joe Hayes. You remember Joe Hayes? Taekwondo guy. Amazing, amazing kicks. No matter if I become bionic, I could never kick as good as this guy. He was absolutely amazing. Demetrius, amazing. I lose to him in the finals, where it's the grand championship. I won the light heavyweight division, and I think he won the lightweight division. But he was so fast, and he was a boxer, so he wasn't shy of getting hit or anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I outweighed him by about 30 pounds. Made no difference at all. He was faster. We were probably comparably as strong as each other, but he was faster and quicker. He beat me to the punch. We went into sudden death, and he beat me with a jumping side kick in the stomach. I sit downstairs, and he went over, and Bruce came up on stage to take a picture with Joe. I sat back down in my seat next to Mr. Joe, and Bruce was sitting there, and he says, you're the Black Dragon. I said, yeah, but I just lost. He says, that doesn't mean anything. Everybody loses. And it was just a matter of fact thing. Imagine like 10, 12 years later, I make a film, The Black Dragon. Mind blower, I mean, that was, I guess it was destiny, eh?
Yeah. And we're grateful for it. Give us some behind the scene antics, because I know they didn't want to treat you right when you got over there.
Oh, so my goodness.
You had to do something for real a couple of times.
The stunt people there didn't think I knew anything about martial arts. I was challenged a few times in Hong Kong also. And stunt guys, you go spar with them during evening break or lunch break, kick a guy in the face, come back to work with a black eye and explain to the director what happened to this guy. It's not that they're racist. It's that they think that their culture is solely theirs. And so how could an Occidental, much less a Hakwai, a black ghost, know anything? But, after my first film, the director said, I'm going to give you the option to create your own stuff because you understand. And it was beautiful, That's why there was such a vast difference between what I did in Black Dragon and Black Dragon's Revenge. I was able to put my own self into the techniques,
Yeah.
The stunt people over there, they're very good with stunts, but most of them don't really do martial arts, most of the actors. I was shocked. You know, I met Wang Yu, and he told me, "No, I'm not a martial artist." I was like, "What?" And I was a one-armed swordsman. That was my film. That was my joint. You know. I met him in the elevator one day. A very nice man. A very, very nice man. And I met some wonderful people over there. Chen Guantai, remember him?
Yep.
What a nice guy. Chen Sing, the Hong Kong version of Charles Bronson. Amazing guy. Amazing. 5'6", built like a brick shit house, man. Tiger claw, you know?
What about when you what about when you met Carter Wong and did
Oh
the
my
film with
God.
him?
I met Carter actually before we did the film together. I met him in California. But we did a film called Way of the Black Dragon. Man, is he hard on stunt guys. Knocked a couple out. Really, out cold. Got spinning kick right in the face. Bing, out. But it was great to work with him, though. Really nice man. Very talented martial artist. You know, he lived in New York for a while. He had a school down on the Lower East Side, lower end of Manhattan. And, had some really good students. Had some really good students coming out of there. You know, he was one of the few martial arts superstars that I met over there that actually was a martial artist.
Okay.
Carter spars, hard spar, you know, not soft, not safety punch, headgear, hard contact, busting my lip. Leo Fong, another one, punched me in the face while we're making this film, The Bamboo Trap, and we're just sparring in the hotel room. Blap, big fat lip, you know, nose bleeding. Oh, we got to shoot this fight scene, and we got these close-ups. Doing those films was a real adventure. It was an amazing thing for me. These people, I only saw them on the screen or in books, and I was amazed just to be in their. I was honored and to be in their presence, you know. And I'm not a hero worshiper per se, but most of these people, they put in their whole life into their art, whether they were martial artists or just an actor. Their whole life was crystallized into what they were doing, and that's an amazing feat, especially in these times where everything is so chaotic.
Right.
And if you can focus yourself to do the sequences, I mean, look at the John Wick movies. Look at the choreography. Look how things have changed from Five Fingers of Death. You know?
Yeah. Well, you mentioned books. I'm glad you mentioned that because you are an author as well. So let's just talk about a few of the books that you've published.
Well, I started writing in 1980. I wrote a book called The Manual of the Martial Arts, which became the textbook for the Secret Service and a couple of other ABC organizations. It was a bestseller, and I knew nothing about writing. Nothing. I decided that I wanted to leave something for the students and for people to be able to learn from the different experiences in martial arts that I had. So I had to write a technical book. And this was a technical book of just basic technique, ideology, philosophy, you know, exercise routines, just the basic overall conglomerate of mixed martial arts. That was my first. And that was successful. So I wound up writing the Ron Van Clief guidebook series, a white belt book, a green and purple book, a brown belt book, a black belt book, an instructor's book. And I just finished the Grand Master's book, the red belt book. My last book project is my inspirational book that I wrote. It's called Sentences. It's Zentences, sentence, but sentence. And this is a self-help book. This will help anybody focus and get this self-centered so they can go out and explore their immense, limitless capability. You know?
Yes, sir.
I wrote my autobiography in 2011 before going into the post traumatic stress disorder combat veterans program at Lyons Hospital in New Jersey. 3 months locked down, you know, but it gave me a chance to fight some of these demons,
Mm-hmm.
PTSD demons. It gave me a chance to get some more ammunition to be able to cope with the PTSD, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I found it to be quite um, helpful because when I got out of the hospital after 3 months, I wrote The Hangman,
Mm.
which was my autobiography, because things were fresh in my mind, fresh from Vietnam, fresh from uh, marriages, fresh from uh, writing about my early life, living on the Lower East Side, going to NYU, having acid with Timothy Leary. It's just, my life was very different, you know?
Yeah.
I went in the Marine Corps at 17. I ran away from home when I joined the Marine Corps. I signed my own name on my mother's name and my father's name on you know, the papers, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mother didn't know I was in the Marine Corps until I was in boot camp. I was
Wow.
in Paris Island, South Carolina, Crackerland. I thought I was getting away from my abusive father. I met my three drill instructors. No comparison whatsoever. Constant beatdowns. I thought nigga was my name.
Wow.
There were only four people in my platoon that were of color out of like 60 guys.
Mm-hmm.
They were all from Mississippi, Arkansas, South Carolina. They didn't know your name. You were just boy. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it was quite an experience going in the Marine Corps at 17. My 18th birthday was in boot camp. They had me in the kitchen doing galley duty for my birthday.
Wow. Now, you also have done tribute books like Black Heroes of the Martial Arts 1, Black
Yes,
Heroes of the Martial Arts 2.
and I'm finishing Black Heroes of the Martial Arts 3. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
if we don't give us some shine, who is? That's why I love you so much, man. You're giving shine to so many people that they would never get it. I mean, they would never see it. People tell me all the time, why is this person in Black Heroes? Why isn't this person? Why isn't that person? I can't do everybody, first off. And I can only do who I really know. I can't just accept somebody from something calls me and says, I want to be in your book. I'd like to see your resume, I'd like to see some video, I'd like to talk to you.
Yeah.
This is my third volume that I'm working on now. And I'm about halfway finished. And I plan to do like 4 or 5 volumes because there's just so much talent out here, Demetrius.
Yeah.
So much talent that nobody knows about us. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
my son just wrote his first martial arts movie and it's picked up by Apple TV, Shihan the Poet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Congratulations.
So
Congratulations.
he called me and told me like 2 weeks ago. I said, wow, green light too. You know what that is, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, you know, Michael Jai White has a couple of film projects for me. I'm getting ready to do Make a Difference, this film with Time Arc and Michael and myself. It's like Boys in the Hood, but with martial arts. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Leo Fong called me and he wants to do this one of these apocalyptic zombie movies called Savage Seven. I'm one of the Savage Seven hunting down zombies in Mexico. So life is good. I mean, 78, and I'm still able to go to the dojo 3 nights a week, roll around with these 20-year-old kids.
Yeah.
It's it's amazing.
Now,
It's
last year, I think we premiered the biopic of the
Hangman.
Hangman, right? It was directed by
That's
Robert
right,
Parham.
Robert Crawford. Yes,
Now, is that available for people to watch now on any of the streaming networks, or
right.
is it
It's being distributed by Maverick Pictures.
okay?
I still have the DVD and theatrical rights, but all the streaming and all that stuff goes to them. You know,
Okay.
and they're working that out. It'll be probably December, January,
Oh,
and it's
wonderful.
going to
So,
be globally released.
yeah, everyone needs to go see that, because it's important to know your history. And this is your history when it comes. not only to martial arts, but martial arts film. You're part of that history that we all are standing on today. And I'm glad you talked about giving us our flowers while we're alive, shining lights on us.
Yes.
Um, I'm doing something in a whole nother realm called virtual reality that everybody needs to learn how to go into, because
I'm
that is the new
sure it
norm.
is.
Just like a website is, this
Yes.
what we call 3D gamification, virtual reality,
Mhm.
is a new norm. So I'm gonna show you the Dragon's Den,
Oh my
which of
goodness.
course features um, Grandmaster Ron Van Clief. Let me put in my little code here because I got it locked down
Oh,
for people who register. You just can't have anybody rolling up in there. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen and show the world what the Dragon's Den looks like.
wow. I got
Okay,
lost the last time you showed me.
yes, sir, yes, sir. And here we go. Boom. Okay, we are there. Okay, so we start off here uh, with
The
the
Black Dragon, Michael Jai
Black Dragon,
White.
which you bestowed that mantle upon him at Urban Action Showcase and
It
Expo
was my honor and pleasure.
2019. Now, in here, you guys can, meet your heroes, Grandmaster Ron Van Clee, Cynthia Rothrock. How does that work? Well, real simple. You come in here, and once you get the code, you click share webcam. You'll be there, and then what'll happen? Watch this, Grandmaster.
Mhm.
Watch this now. I'm gonna see if I can do it right. I think I can put us on there. Let me see if I can do it. I think I did it. Here it
Yay.
is.
Wow.
So, in other words, that would be Grandmaster, live.
Mhm, mhm.
Am I still on? Can you still hear me?
Um, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Oh,
Can Let me do it again. I'll go back to it. But like I said, you would be what it was happening. It was I was doing a double stream. By me sharing that stream inside this
mhm.
stream, it was causing an issue. So I'm gonna go back
Wow.
now and bring it up so you can see the Dragon's Den. But as I was explaining, uh, fans all over the world. That's what's important. Everybody can't come to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Everybody can't come to Urban Action in New York. You know what I'm saying? But what most people can do is if they have a phone, if they have a tablet,
Yeah. Yeah.
if they have,
That's amazing.
you know, internet, all they need to do is sign up
Mhm.
and they can come right on here. So let me
That's
bring it
truly
back
amazing.
up and pull you
Can't wait
in
for the
here.
Tower of the Black Dragon to be finished too.
Boom. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna see. We're gonna show them that inside of this room here. So as you guys can see, uh, this is a actual real space. So this is a 3D, what we call VR space. So if you had an Oculus headset, you can come on inside of here. I'm just
Mhm.
gonna put myself on the screen twice so you guys can see. So if you had an Oculus headset, right? You would come inside of here and click there would be some goggles in the lower right hand corner, and you
Mhm.
would literally be here, like literally, like
Wow.
if in Star Trek, you know how Scotty beams you
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Bring me up.
Here we are now. Here we are. We are in
Wow.
the Black Dragon. I'm glad I see this right now. This was the Ultimate Warriors Cup um, of 2021. 2022 is coming February 18th. Am I correct?
February 18th,
So you're gonna give me the new video. We're gonna put the new video in here and the new
for sure.
poster in here. But the Tower of the Black Dragon All right, guys, you
I'm
can.
sorry. It's February 19th. I'm looking at two different things right now. I'm sorry. February
Okay,
19th will be the next Hall of Fame, the Ultimate Warriors Hall of Fame 2022, February 19th.
perfect. All right, so now this is what we're gonna do. I can touch this here. I can bring it into us, and I'm gonna slide
Wow.
it from the beginning, and I'm gonna turn on the sound. Here we go. Yes, indeed.
Wow.
Tower of the Black Dragon coming soon. So you already have a comic book. You have a few comic books, right,
Yes.
Grandmaster?
Yes.
Yeah, you have a few comic books. So is a comic going to come out with this?
Yes.
Okay, great,
Yes.
great. So you guys need to look forward to seeing that. The animated series. It's an animated series or an
It's
animated
going to
film?
be an animated series.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
The animated series as well as the animated film. But we also have the video game. The video game. So, all you pop culture, junkies, we're gonna you got the comic, you got the video game, and of course you got the anime series. And that's what we need. We need to continue to keep the heritage of our heroes alive for the next
Yes.
generation to be
Legacy.
able to to
Yes.
to to understand their history and tell their story. Because if you don't, somebody else will, and it's going to be their story.
Their story, not ours, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That. Those are the facts, Jack. We've seen that happen time and time again. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they're telling a story, right? But it's not our story. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So you guys can check that out just by simply going to the urbanactionshowcase.com and click under the virtual expo experiences. The drop down menu will show you all of that. And then we talked about creating a VR experience for your book series um, of the both 1, 2, and 3
Hmm.
that we just talked about
The Black Heroes of the Martial
Black
Arts.
Heroes of the Martial Arts period. So we're gonna do that, but we're also gonna do it for cinema. So we're gonna do it for Black Heroes of Martial Arts cinema, and then which is unfortunately not gonna be a lot of people, but it'll be a lot of content because
Yes.
we still got a lot of content that people can see, and it's growing, gratefully so. It is growing. So
Yes. Yes.
yes. But we'll also do Black Heroes of the martial arts, so that way people will know at least the history of the martial arts in VR. Like I said, this is a literal place that you can literally walk in. That space you just saw, the ceilings are over 30 feet high.
Wow.
You know, yeah, you when you walk in, you're
It's
gonna be looking
amazing.
like this. Yes. So the next time we see you in person, which next year, no matter what, we're gonna have it. As long as we're allowed to, we're gonna have something next year. I don't know if we're gonna be able to be in New York with De Blasio's mandates, but
Mhm.
if we have to go to Jersey, we'll go to Jersey.
Yeah.
But I'll show you how you look in VR because I got the goggles, and that's important. We're gonna do some partnerships so that our people can get involved with technology. And I
Yes.
understand, we spend our money on things that we feel that are valuable, sneakers. You know what I'm saying? you know, Belt buckles, clothes, gold
Jewelry.
chains. But technology, we don't seem to, think it's worth the $300. But for $300, you can enter a whole nother dimension and realm, literally,
Literally. Yes.
literally, with these goggles on, and it's just a whole nother, level of I guess you want to call it engagement. At the
Yes.
end of the day, engagement and storytelling,
Mhm.
because we can tell stories in this room, living stories, where the walls will talk to you, and we can put it in different languages.
Mhm.
So
Right.
technology is something. So Grandmaster, let's talk about what you got coming up, so people know what to look for you in, because you've got a lot of stuff that you've done lately that'll be coming out really soon. So let us know.
Wow. I've been trying to stay busy. As you get older, your body doesn't want to do what you want it to do. So I
Mhm.
have to force myself. Kathy and I go to the gym 2 days a week, and I do jujitsu 3 days a week, sometimes 2 times a week. But you need more. You have to keep working out, even if it's just going to the gym. You have to work out every day, even if it's just a little. And that's how I've maintained whatever I've maintained in as far as my physicality, because of that. And I believe in supplements for sure,
Yes, sir.
everything. You know, um, I'm trying to create a legacy now with movies, this Tower of the Black Dragon game, the video game. We have a couple of um, movie projects going. Uh, my son just did his thing with Apple TV, so they're looking at my screenplay, the Hangman, the screenplay that I wrote. They're looking at that now, so got my fingers crossed on that, and also. Michael's company, Gigantic, is interested in the feature, The Black Dragon. Um, and I suggested Michael do a remake of The Black Dragon.
Nice. That
Imagine
would
how it
be
could be now. I
that.
mean, wow, it could
That's
be
gonna be hot.
amazing. Amazing, you know?
That's going to be awesome. So I'm glad you mentioned the game again, because I want to show the people how they can access the game, the demo of the
Mhm.
game during Urban Action Showcase,
Yeah, my
just for
son's been playing
people.
the demo.
Oh, he's been playing it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to share with the fans now how they can access the demo. You simply, of course, go to urbanactionshowcase.com. All right. Now, once you do that, what you're going to do is there's going to be a drop down menu. I'm going to show you what it looks like. There's a drop down menu under UAS Virtual Expo, and you see UAS
Mhm.
VEX and then UAA2, which is Urban Action Expo 2, right? You click that and you're going to get to this page here. This is the expo. I am at um, Datrix Studios booth,
Mhm.
and this is where you can access the game for the Black Dragon right here. You click this and then click link, and you see it says Tower of the Black Dragon demo. It'll take you right there. So if you guys want to, start playing the demo now and get a first look at it, this is where you need to go here, the Urban Action Expo. And of course, this is in 3D and in VR as well. So you guys would definitely enjoy that. Get a sneak peek of it. So
Wow.
I'm excited about everything. I'm excited. I'm going to correct myself. Like you said, it's February 19th
February
uh,
19th,
for the Ultimate Warriors
Ultimate
Cup 2.
Warriors Cup 2.
Yes, sir. 2022, y'all. I want everybody. You can get a personal message or have a private chat with Grandmaster. Simply go to urbanactionshowcase.com, and under the events, we have the fan experiences. Simply sign up, and Grandmaster will send you an encouraging message, or you can sign up to have a one on one conversation, just like we're having here inside of the Dragon's Den. You can literally
Wow.
be inside of it, have the conversation, we'll record it, and then we'll send it to you. All right. So that's the next level of fan experiences.
Wow. We.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Grandmaster. Um, you still got the Black Dragon Facebook page and Facebook group, so definitely check those out.
And my website, blackdragonfan.com,
Yes.
or my
Oh, good.
ronvancleef.com, either one.
Perfect.
And they both have
RonVanCleef.com.
so much stuff. It's crazy. Yeah.
I'm gonna put those in the chat. So RonVanCleef.com,
.com
and
and
then
blackdragonfan.com.
Black Dragon Fan.com. All right, those are both in the chats, guys. So you guys can check those out. And I'll also put the link um, of the expo in the chat as well, so that you
Oh,
guys can
wonderful,
visit the Datrix booth and visit the game Tower of the Black Dragon. And of
wonderful.
course, yes, sir, yes, sir. And I'll also put the link for the Dragon's Den, so you guys can check it out. Okay, sir. Well, we really appreciate you taking time out to speak to us. And we thank you so much for your support. I want y'all to
Uh,
know day one, he's been here supporting us from day one. This is our 9th year, you guys. He has been there from day one, but he's been here for day one for me for a lot longer than that. Now, I'm not going to tell you what happened way back in the early 90s, how he got me plenty of jobs with HBO, you know what I'm saying, and other jobs that he recommended me for. So he's been a supporter of me for a long time, and I'm grateful, sir. I love to let people know
Wait till you
that
see the
fact.
footage of you from Super Weapon 2.
Uh-oh.
We're in post production now. It's wonderful. You look
Uh-oh.
wonderful doing the chocolate sword.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
thank you, sir. I
really.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Once again,
Thank
this
you.
has been the Dragon's Den with the one and only Grandmaster Ron Van Clief, the Black Dragon. Coming up next, 7 o'clock, we have the 30th anniversary celebration of Operation Condor with
Oh, I love that
Seafood
Vincent Lynn. Yay! My
Vincent
brother.
Lynn. There you go. All right. Until then, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Thank
Us.
you, Demetrius.
Thank you, sir.
Mahalo.